Hey there, YouTube. I am doing this recording. I'm out on a job today because I've noticed that a lot of these uh, YouTube, alternative media, news sites, and such are slamming us with all of this Q information, this deep state stuff and this war mongering stuff. I think I said before, nobody wants war. There's going to be no war. What's going to happen here is that people are just going to be completely deceived. Look at the reality of things that are going on right now. There are people right now, governments all over the world, that are preparing for something, no, and everybody's like, oh, it's war, 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 war. No, not war. I'll tell you why. Um, well, first of all, nobody wants war. Second of all, if you're paying attention to what's going on in this world right now, for the first time I've ever seen in my 48 years, the sun is now rising and setting above the east-west line in our celestial sphere. And you say, well, whatever, that's no big deal. It's probably been that way forever. No, it has not been that way forever. It has not been that way for any amount of time. In fact, it's been at the most the height of summer. It's east to west here in North America, and right now we're experiencing the sun as it would be if we were on the equator. In fact, on the solstice, the vernal, or I'm sorry, not the solstice, the equinox, the vernal equinox that just passed us in the spring, we watched the sun rise just a little bit south of east and set just a little bit south of west. And what does that mean? That means that on the vernal equinox, the sun rises and sets on the equator east to west. That's on the equator, not here in America, not anywhere in the northern hemisphere. And during the summertime, it'll get real close, if not direct east to west, but nothing more. So what are the implications of this? Our day right now is very long. We're getting light until, gosh, almost 8:30 at night. Now that doesn't normally happen until summertime, the height of summertime, and here we are, and it's still freezing cold. We had snow 3 days ago here in Arkansas. Um, Everything is crazy. Everything. Tides. I mean, you can go to Mr. MBB333's YouTube channel or his website and look at all the crazy stuff that's happening in this world. There's so much crazy stuff happening right now that people are uh, talking about it, but they're just brushing off. Yeah, well, crazy weather. Yeah, it's winter in April. Doesn't seem like winter. Old man winter is letting up at all, and all this other crazy stuff. Well, reality check, people. This doesn't happen ever. It does not happen. In fact, the only reason this happens is because our world is about ready to do some crazy stuff. Over the east west line, rising and setting now, and traveling some days. Um, the way I look at the way I measure it is I consider myself the center of a clock. And then I look out to the east, and that's my 3 o'clock. And then the west would be my 9 o'clock. The south would be my 6 o'clock, and the north would be my 12 o'clock. And then the minutes on the hand of the clock each relate to 12, about 12 minutes as you're moving through the hour, because you're looking at from 2 to 3 as an hour. So each one of those lines, the four lines in between plus the fifth landing right on the 3, those are each 12 minutes. So at some point, for 2 days in a row, that sun went north 12 minutes for 2 days in a row. Now it went back a little bit this morning. In fact, it dropped back maybe about 2 to 3 minutes back from where it was yesterday. And keeping track of all this stuff is not hard. It's getting up. I got to get up anyway, bring my daughter to school, and then get myself ready to work on the farm. Right now I'm doing a side job, so I'm out working, so I'm out early enough to get out there and actually look at the east side and see when, as soon as that sun pops over that mountain, exactly what time it is and exactly where it is, the exact position of it. It has a slight arc southward, but like right now, let's see, where is it right now? That would be, well, here, I don't know if I can switch it around, so I'll have to turn the phone around. That would be south, right about there. Okay, so it's fairly high, but not too high up in the sky, so it's got a southward arc to it. The fact that all these news and alternative media sites are pushing all of this crazy stuff on us and saying, oh, deep state, they keep our minds occupied with other things that are not real. Those things are not real. The stock market is not real. It's just not real. It's a complete farce. It's a complete waste of time for you. Unless you're going to take that money, go make money, because they're not going to let it fall down. Why would they let that fall down? Why would they let the market fall apart? That would be the dumbest thing ever, because then people would freak out. Everybody right now is going into a situation where they are bunkering down. All of these governments all over the world building bunkers and getting ready for some kind of calamity. Look at Yellowstone is burping. The sun is burping. There are fissures across the planet all over. Every continent right now has fissures going on. Every single continent on this planet is experiencing rips and tears in the crust of the earth. What? Nobody's talking about this. Why are the media walking away from this? Why? Because they're not allowed to talk about it. They're not. They don't want people to freak out. They don't want people to be doing crazy things. You don't have to, though. That's not a necessity. You don't have to freak out and go crazy. What you got to do is prepare. Be ready to get yourself together. Because right now, where we're at and where you're at, there are ways to avoid whatever's going to happen. And if we're all going to die, then we're all going to die. Who cares? We've been here. We've enjoyed. We've been in this place for however long we've been here for. And we've been given a gift. The gift of being here and observing this beautiful place God has given us. Nothing else matters. Nothing. There's nothing you can do to stop what's coming. There's nothing. I mean, you can look around. You can check things out. You can go from here to there, there to here. Everything is falling apart, and they're holding it together with duct tape and bubble gum and spit, whatever they can put together. They're deceiving everybody by pushing an agenda of deep state. Oh, Trump is doing this, Trump is doing that, this is happening, that's happening, blah, 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 blah. Man, none of that stuff matters. Not in my life, anyway. I mean, I get up in the morning and I go out to work. What would happen? Lights go off. If the lights go off, all of that stuff is out of the picture anyway. Neither you, nor me, nor anybody else will be able to stop it. In fact, our only recourse we have right now is being self-sustaining and being able to feed our families when we can't go to the store and buy stuff, because that will happen. Will happen. There's a lot of scientific theories on what's happening out there. There's a lot of scientific chatter. There's a lot of new white papers coming out on different ideas of why things are the way they are. And I read a lot of scientific information. And a lot of it comes out for a few days and then is gone off the net. Which is typical, because they don't want us to be able to see it. They want to be able to put it out there for a minute to say they put it out there. Whatever the reason is, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're in a world of crap right now. every one of us, all of us, need to start thinking on a different level. Not violence. Violence ain't gonna solve anything. We're gonna be getting into a very violent situation here very soon, and so many of the sheep are so blinded. They are gonna go absolutely crazy once things start happening. And I'm sure that initially they'll blame it on the deep state and earthquake machines and weather wars and all this other stuff, which they keep talking about. But where's the proof? Where's the proof of these? I know we can seed clouds, but and I know we spray every day. We also know what's in that spray: lithium. Why would they be putting lithium in a spray they're spraying up there? Oh, they say it's to propagate frequency and all this other stuff, but reality, lithium. Lithium will make you not care. It's one of those mood medications. It is a sedative, complacency drug, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. The fact of the matter is that we all are here right now looking at what's going on in this world and making plans for the deep state to win, and everything's going to be wonderful again, and everybody's going to be happy, and everybody's going to be right up in we're going to win. No, not going to happen. There's no deep state war going on. There's no crazy calamities happening in red and blue. They just keep us separated and divided constantly. They don't put us into a situation where we have what we really need, which is the information in order to survive. Why do you think Donald Trump made a move to take our guns? Why? Because he's such a great savior? He's no savior. He's just another man being played. He's a part of the whole banking system. The banking system runs everything. The deep state. Are you saying the deep state is against the banking system? Is that what it is? Is that because I'm having trouble with that one? The deep state, by definition, is the banking system, and Trump is all about the banking system. Look at him propping up the market. If he were such a white hat, imagine what if I were in his shoes and I was doing what they say that he's doing, being this great person looking out for all of us, trying to save the world. I would let the banking system fall, and I would prop it up with cryptocurrency, and I would tell everybody, just bank the way you want to bank, but spend money. Every penny you get of it, spend it right now for the next 5 years. Just spend your money, spend, and keep this economy going. We'll just switch over to the new cryptocurrency. He's not. He's in with them. They're all a part of the same cabal. There's no difference. There's no red and blues. They're all bankers and destroyers of humanity, because this is what they do. They don't care. I'm sure they know this thing. I'm guessing, just by my own observations and by historical facts, that this is probably going to last 6 months to maybe 2 years at the most. The upheaval that we're going to go through, definitely survivable. We're not going to all die. A lot of us will die because we're so dependent on the system, and we're so dependent on everything that they give us. And if you keep taking everything that they give you without question and just do as you're told, then c'est la vie. Goodbye to you. You're not going to be any part of my world. You're not going to be any part of anybody's world, because you're going to be either killing each other. You're going to be going off of your mood medications and freaking out. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be tired. You're going to be cold. You're going to be without electricity. You're going to not know what to do. Wake up. Shit's getting real.